And I remember, joking one time, we would sit in the balcony up there. Come on, balcony. And we used to sit in the balcony because we could do weird things like talk and throw things and stuff. And don't do that. And we would, I remember we would joke about how, like, if someone, there were a lot of old people in our congregation, a lot of gray in there, and we said, if someone actually died in the service, they would have to dig through the bodies till they found the dead person, and that don't laugh at that, you're naughty. But, that's what I was raised in, and I was raised suffocated with Christianity, and yet so hungry for God, and I went to the rallies like this where we would get really excited, because my little United Methodist Youth Group, we would come to these things and get fired up, and they gave an altar call, and we had never done an altar call, so we all look at each other like, sweet, and we all went forward and got born again, And there's not a lot to do in East Tennessee. So, we counted the days, and every year we would go and get born again, I got born again 6 or 8 times, and it was awesome every time. If you haven't done it, I recommend it. But then I started, sort of asking, isn't there more to Christianity than just getting born again every year? And, I read the things that Jesus said, and Jesus was nuts. Here's a dude that, I looked around the Christians, and I couldn't understand how we became so normal, because I looked at Jesus, and Jesus is always doing weird stuff. His friends are out on a boat, and they leave him, and if your friends left you on the shore, you might, yell at them, hey, guys, pick me up. You might, swim in the water out there. Jesus just walks on the stinking water. That's weird, Jesus he wants to heal a dude, and some of us, if we wanted to heal someone, we might gather around and pray for them or lay hands on them, right? Jesus wants to heal a blind guy, so he picks up some dirt off the ground, spits in it, and wipes it on the brother's eyes, That's weird. No one else did that. Can you imagine the rabbis talking, Rabbi, could you hack me up a holy loogie, Not a chance, only Jesus was that weird to suggest, if you want to be the greatest, become the least. That's one that'll mess you up, Only this Jesus, when I read about it, it started to mess with me, and I was in the in crowd in my high school, I was cool, I was, doing all the right stuff, and I was prom king. I know that's hard to imagine. Yeah, it was a small town, And I had it all together, and I was going to go to med school and make a lot of money and buy a lot of stuff I didn't need. It was going to be awesome. I decided I want to be an anesthesiologist because I figured that's a job you can do not a whole lot and make a lot of money. Just kind of knock the person out and let someone else do all the bloody stuff. And make the money off of that. But then I started thinking about my motives for everything I was doing, and they were completely backwards, And I know there's people out there that are I was sleeping around, partying and drinking, and then I met Jesus, and everything came together. And I'm like, God bless you, but for me, I had my stuff together, and I met Jesus, and it messed me up, I'm still recovering from my conversion. Because I met this Jesus that challenged everything that I had hoped and with everything that I was striving for. And, I look at Jesus, and he's completely picking people that, they might have known what they were going for, but then they meet Jesus, and it just, messes everything up. You know what I mean? You have these guys that are fishermen, and he's just leave all that, And how many of you guys get asked, what are you going to do when you grow up? Right, yeah, bless your heart. Everyone went to the least